What's going on, everybody? We're back for another edition of Dynasty Talk Podcast. I'm here with Nate from Tampa and Malcolm from Orlando and Chris from Orlando. What's going on, guys?
Not a whole lot, man.
What's up?
Yeah, just hanging in there, getting used to all these early best ball drafts.
Counting up all my draft picks.
Well, it's like the first time we had a podcast where all three of us, or all four of us, I should say, are in the same state. That's kind of weird.
A little bit.
You're welcome.
Thanks, Nate, for making that possible.
Yep, no problem.
No one's in the same city, though.
I mean, that could happen in the near future. Maybe we could have a live performance. And I think that's what all the people want. The other 8 people in the league, and then the other 3 people in the league that actually listen to this.
We can start looking at venues now for down the road.
Well, I mean, we didn't talk about this, but we could do a live podcast at the draft.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I know.
Blows
your mind, huh?
Almost everybody's down here now. Yeah.
I think the only way to make that possible is for all of us to meet in the middle location for all of our destinations, which has to be Ocala, right? Let's all meet the Hooters and Ocala on draft night.
Sounds great.
Yeah, I'll bring the board.
Well, let's go ahead and get started. The new format for this show is 4 downs. So, of course, we're going to go ahead and start with first down. And this is the part where Chris inserts the person yelling, "First down!"
First down.
All right. We'll edit that in later.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and jump right in. First down. We're going to talk about the Super Bowl, so to speak. How'd the Super Bowl go, guys? Anybody want to play it for me?
Well,
I don't remember what happened.
You lost by 43 points, and shamefully.
Yeah, that was a little rough of a loss. I'm not going to lie. Back-to-back Super Bowl
Did
loss.
you have 2 losses that day, Lucas?
I'm sorry?
Did you have 2 losses that Super Bowl Sunday for you?
Hey,
I did. I lost to Malcolm.
Wrong league, Malcolm. Wrong league.
Yeah.
Stay on
it
topic.
is a real money league.
Stay on topic.
I really care about it in comparison to this loss, to be honest with you guys. But let's replay through that Super Bowl real quick. What went wrong for me? What went right for Tom?
I mean, everything went wrong for you, and everything went right for him, is what it appears.
That's a good way of putting it.
Yeah, he scored a bunch more points than you. It seems pretty easy to decipher.
I mean, I saw the same Tom, the same Tom's team that just had high scoring weeks every 2 or 3 weeks. I saw that just happening consistently through the playoffs and then all the way to the Super Bowl. Everything just kind of hit right when it did.
He had a couple of monster weeks throughout the year too, though.
Oh, for sure. Well, I'm good on moving on from first down if you guys are.
Anyone else? Nate, you have something to say?
No, I don't have anything to say.
I'd say the best team won.
Oh,
last
that's
year.
right. None of you participated in the playoffs. That's right.
Well, I'm happy to move on from this post-traumatic experience that I had. Moving right into second down. Chris?
Second down. There you go.
All right. We're going to move into the trades, a heavy offseason going into the draft. I forgot to mention, we are, 24 days, 23 hours away from the draft beginning. So let's go ahead and mention that to begin with. But we're only 24 days away now from the draft. We are looking at a pretty packed offseason, like I said before. Lots of trades going into the draft. Let's go ahead and run through those trades real quick, Chris.
So I can go through mine. I know Malcolm and Nate were also heavily involved, but so I think the first one I had is I gave Ricky got Cordero Patterson and Julio Jones, and I got 2 third-rounders back. Nate, I gave Tyler Lockett, Kadarius Toney, was it a 3rd and a 4th, and then he gave me his 106 and a 3rd-round pick next year. Max and Max got Derek Carr, my 110 this year, and a 3rd and a 4th this year from me, and I got Russell Wilson, 204 and 209 this year. And then the most recent one was Derrick Henry and a third-round pick next year for a 23 first and a 24 second. So far, that's what I have done this offseason.
A lot.
I heard your name a lot in those trades.
That's just mine, and we've got other ones too. But yeah, so far, I've decided that team is no longer capable of winning, and I'm going to try to build a different team and see how that goes.
Yeah, it's fair. I think it's a nice turning point for your team after a consistent run of being in the playoffs every single season, right?
Yeah. I've still been in the playoffs every year. I mean, I've finished in the top 3 the last 5 years.
Wow. Can you run through your trade real quick, Malcolm?
So I traded with Max and got Justin Jefferson for Zeke and Tony Pollard, and I think I threw in a second round pick.
You got a third, and then also you got Brashard Perriman.
Yeah, I guess someone I cut. He wasn't really important.
Oh, speaking of cuts, I totally forgot that in Nate's trade, I also received Ben Roethlisberger, who was immediately cut. Sorry.
Can't believe you forgot to mention Ben Roethlisberger.
Yeah, I totally forgot. This is before he retired, so he wasn't technically retired yet.
Max got your the 4th pick in the 3rd round in that trade you mentioned earlier, Malcolm.
Yeah, we traded our first overall pick for the franchise, Zeke. You know, it was a tough decision, but we had to do it. And then I just traded with Bill and gave up the 4th overall pick for T. Higgins and a 2nd round pick this year.
So Zeke is the longest member of Fly Society when you traded him.
Yeah, he was my first overall pick, number 4 overall in the first draft.
I can't even remember who my first overall pick was. I have no idea.
Mine was DeAndre Hopkins.
Was yours really?
Mm-hmm. And then my second was Keenan Allen. You're welcome.
Oh, wow. So I got both.
Yeah, Derrick Henry was the only player I had left for my original draft. I think I was a 6th round pick, for me in that first draft.
Oh, wait. I just remembered. Mine was Antonio Brown.
Yeah. And Nate, you had two trades you had since mine.
Who did Nate pick?
Your trade. What was my trade with you again? Because I can't see it on Sleeper.
Okay. You had the Tyler Lockett, Kadarius Toney trade with
so
me.
I took Lockett, Toney for a 1-6.
Yeah.
And that was it, straight up.
No, and then you got a 3rd and a 4th. 3rd, something like that. Yeah, 3rd this year, 4th the following year, I think. But they're irrelevant picks. We all know what that was.
Yeah, that's me.
Kadarius Toney for the 106, and then some other pieces for Tyler Lockett.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean, if you think that 106, if you can turn it into something better than Kadarius Toney, then go for it.
My thought process was because he was the 304 for me the year before, I just was upgrading from the 304 to the 106. He's just the injuries are terrifying, and it just sounds like they don't really like him a whole lot in New York. It sounds like he's a dick.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
Before the actual NFL draft, I was not as knowledgeable on the players in the draft. And so after the first, 4 or 5 top players, a couple running backs and a couple wide receivers, I knew at 6 I wasn't going to get anybody available, or thought at that point I wasn't going to get anybody valuable.
That's what you think.
Yeah, well, after watching the draft, then, there's players like Christian Watson that are showing up later on.
Yeah.
Stuff like that shows some kind of value, especially with Adams leaving Green Bay.
There's been so much stuff happen free agency or trades in the NFL that it's changed so much crap for everything we've done, even pre and post that.
So yeah, it's kind of. I mean, looking back at it now, I would not have traded that pick, but at the time, I thought it was great.
And then
then what? My other trade.
Yeah.
what was it?
Well, you had
So
one
there's
with
one.
Tom as well, where you gave him Michael Pittman and Calvin Ridley for his first round this
Yep,
year and
his
next year.
112.
Yeah, and then his
And then I
first the
traded that
following year.
112.
You got two
Yeah, so
ones.
I have Tom's one for next year, and then I traded that 12 to drop back 5 spots into the second round, or basically a third round for next year.
Yeah. Yeah, so
Yeah.
that 106 ended up not really hurting you because now you get 2 firsts next year, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's not
Nah.
terrible.
No. You added some
It'll
nice
work.
younger players, and picks-wise, you kind of came out with what you went in with, so... Yeah.
I pretty much said, screw this draft. I'll take a couple players in the second round. I mean, players I'm targeting in the second round are, backup. Well, not backup players, but second string players, I'll say.
Yeah, there's a couple guys, I think, in the first half of the second round that are interesting, and then everyone else after that is kind of wait and see people, it feels like.
Exactly. So that's why I took a couple picks in that early second round, so hopefully I find some value there. That'll work, and I got a third round pick out of it and a couple firsts for next year. So
I'm pretty sure. Oh yeah, Max. Oh yeah, Max and Tom. Oh, because Max is the other one that's had a lot of trades. Max and traded. His 2 firsts, or his first this year, his first next year, and his second in 2024. Right?
Oh my gosh.
Am I getting that right? Yeah.
Yeah.
For McCole Hardman and Trey Lance.
Wait, what?
Yeah, that's okay. I was just making sure I'm reading that right, but yes, that is accurate. That's a
He
trade
sent
that
the
happened.
1-9, 2023 first round, and a 2024 second round.
Yes, for McCole Hardman and Trey Lance.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what that says.
I mean, I like Trey Lance. I'm not gonna lie, but whew.
Yeah.
Yeah, wouldn't you rather, I don't know, get somebody that's been proven to do something in the NFL instead of maybe getting another Kaepernick kind of player?
I don't know. So, like when I drafted Lamar, he kind of sat his first season with me, and then his second season, I went into it. I was like, I'm gonna ride with Lamar, and then I went undefeated. Like I don't know. It's
Yeah. I
you
mean,
don't have to have something proven
true.
to have someone who's really good.
Well, like I know we were talking about a little bit earlier. I'll probably talk about later, but yeah, there's some picks that we've made in previous drafts that you look back now and you're like, damn, if only we would have known. So like, I mean, just like you were saying, like Lamar was the third, because I want to say in that draft it was Lucas took Josh Rose or Sam Darnold, I took Josh Rose, and then you took Lamar last out of the 3, and of course we look like idiots in that situation now, but at the time we were convinced we made the right pick.
Yeah, I've regretted that pick for a long time. Sam Darnold was just a high flying pick for me too. I didn't really care what I was going to do with that pick, and it would have been amazing had they done that with Lamar Jackson instead. So
yeah, but it's the value of the first round picks, the second round picks, like you have no idea what their value is until 3 years after you use them. So maybe those picks weren't bad. I mean, look at last year's debacle of a trade. But
and I think we just talked about that trade, Max and who was that, Tom, right?
Yeah.
So the reason Max did that, I'm guessing, is because he got the 1-3 from Rick earlier.
Well, yeah, exactly. He got that and Van Jefferson for Josh Allen in his third round pick.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he'd already gotten Derek Carr for me, so I mean, Derek Carr and Trey Lance, I mean, that's a good enough quarterback crew to definitely win this year. And if Trey Lance actually is, anywhere close to what people think he is, then he's going to be very scary. So, just like I'm saying, like it's one of those. Looking at it now, you could look at it as like, don't really like that trade, and then by the end of the year, be like, okay, totally get it. But yeah, I think that's all the trades. There's a shit ton of trades for us. We don't usually have this much action in the off season. It's been fun.
Well, with not just many like big name players too. And
no, Malcolm had one with Bill.
Yeah, he already talked about it.
The T. Higgins one?
Yeah, man. I wanted T. Higgins. Like T. Higgins. I got it with the fourth overall pick.
Yeah.
I'm on the Rams philosophy. Picks are all proven players.
Yeah, and if things go the way I hope, Tyreek Hill will be moved before the draft starts too. So hopefully there's still more trades to come.
Well, for all of our listeners out there, that's gonna create at least one response for let the rookie win.
It'll get definitely one response, and all the. I haven't really got too many just atrocious trade offers this year. I've gotten a lot of pretty good offers this season. Some very good offers. Yeah.
Well, I'm confident you'll get an offer from Tom Foolery for Tyreek Hill. Now that you've made it public.
No, it's O'Doherty rules.
Oh well, I'm still gonna. I mean, he won his championship with the name Tom Foolery, though, right?
Yeah, that's true. He did.
Then he'll forever be Tom Foolery, and I'll never call it anything different.
I like.
Trade.
Everybody, there's a bunch of name changes this year, which I kind of like.
I don't. I'm all about keeping the same name for the history of the cycle.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's why all three of us didn't change our names, but it's at least entertaining. It's fun trying to figure out who the hell is who now.
True. I like it when an owner changes. That's when I think a name should change.
Yeah.
Outside of that, name should be pick a name that's going to last forever.
Yeah, that's what I did. I knew I was never going to change that name. It's always been one of my favorite fantasy football team names. So.
Who's Reefer Madness?
That is Bill.
Bill?
Yeah.
Okay.
Put the hippie into the league.
Yeah, not a hippie though. Yeah, real odd. Grew up in the '60s though, so maybe, who knows? Maybe there's trips to Woodstock we don't know about.
Yeah, we can find out on draft day at Hooters in Ocala.
At Hooters in Ocala, yeah.
That's how you trade with Bill. You offer him some crunchy tunes and some nar. Well, we all done with trades? Anything we're missing?
Nah, that's pretty. I think that's all of them. So yeah, pretty good off season.
Perfect.
It hasn't felt like this season's, or the Dynasty League finally really feels like it's Dynasty. It never ends. It just keeps going.
Yeah, we're going on. This is season 7, right?
Yeah.
It's crazy, right? The dream that one lonely boy had has finally become a reality. That we're having this dynasty that's lasted now 7 years, and I thought it was never going to happen, to be honest with you. So
yeah, I think
that's impressive. We're going to ourselves a round of applause for the league that's lasted this long.
Yeah, that, and I think we got the group of people we got now. We're pretty much all of us are going to be here for a while.
Yeah, I mean, for a group of people that have all not really hung out at all, they definitely stayed together for a pretty long time for this dynasty league. It's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Well, let's jump in here to third down. Chris?
Third down.
All right. Well, love how we just inserted the guy that just comes in and makes a quick tackle and the whistle hits in the background. But let's jump into the draft. And I've actually opened up a mock draft. I don't know if anybody's on Sleeper, you guys can join this mock draft. We can do it a little bit more realistically. But that's how I was going to look at it.
I got too many picks up in the front, man. I'm not trying to...
Well, I mean, you can pick whoever
I'm not trying
you
to
want.
share.
But let's jump into the first pick of the draft.
Where are you?
We're seeing this. Huh?
Can you invite us to it? To actually...
Oh, yeah. I think you can just jump right in, can't you? Can't you see me in there?
Nope.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I thought that'd be easier. Let me see.
I think you have to
Send
invite
it
us.
to us.
Yeah.
Let me send it to you guys.
But
real quick.
anyways, go on
You can
with...
have
you're picking first then, if you're going to talk so much.
Who, me?
Yeah, pick first. Who you
I
picking
don't
first?
mind.
Pick
All
first.
right, Malcolm's sent.
Pick first. Pick first.
I mean, I don't mind picking first. I'll pick first.
Yeah, I don't like how... I don't like this. I just don't want to
Weird.
pick anywhere near my picks.
I don't have a pick in the first round. I'll pick all the fucking picks.
Chris, you're not online. Wait, what?
Oh, you want me to do it?
Message.
I'm on my... I can probably go on my phone and do it from there, too.
We're just not friends. I don't know why we're not friends. This is pretty ridiculous.
Yeah.
Thought we were friends.
Yeah, well. You think you know people, huh? Anyways, let's just talk then. We don't have to. We can remember. We're only going to do 12 picks.
progress.
Too much dead time. Take a pick. Someone pick, for the love of God.
Oh, my picking. Oh, I going first. Brees Hall, number 1.
Yeah.
Who's number 1 pick? I can't even see who's number 1 picked on this mock draft. I gotta go back.
The actual number 1 pick is
It's
the
Young
new guy,
Cat,
Julius. Young. Yeah, I don't know if that's his actual team name or if that's his username, but
I assume
think-
that's gonna be his team name.
I thought he
But yeah,
was
Julius number
He
1
Hate
pick.
Me or
New
something.
guy to the league. Don't know what his football knowledge is. He seems to know at least a little bit about football, but he's very involved in the NBA. Knows everything about the NBA, so I'm sure he's at least watching SportsCenter and watching ESPN and knows who all the players are at least. So I'm guessing he's going to pick Brees Hall number 1, and we're going to move on.
He's all into the NBA. He should be making some moves.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a question you're free to ask Julius. If Julius listens to this, he'll know that we're calling him out and he needs to make some moves.
I know he has at least 2 trade offers from me sitting in his inbox.
Wow. And how long have they been open for?
I don't know. He had Derrick Henry offers forever ago, but that is obviously off the table currently.
Yeah, I've got a trade box with Bill. If now that we're on the subject, for 16 days we're on now. Just FYI, in case you're listening, Bill, 16 days. I'm still keeping it open too. That's how strongly I felt about this trade.
Yeah, I've had a couple open for a while.
Yeah, Bill, I've had a trade open for 17 days. Just so you know, I'm waiting, holding out. Look at mine first.
Trades. I sent a trade the first day and it was done.
Yeah, Malcolm waited minutes, maybe an hour. You guys are on days.
Let's jump right in. Number 2. Who wants to pick number 2 for Bill?
Chris?
I'll pick number 2.
What's Bill's team look like, real quick? I don't even know. I know he's got.
I mean, right now, looking at his team, my thought is obviously because he's got Michael Carter and Rashad Penny. Brees Hall's gone. You take Ken Walker. Is that the safe bet? Because
I think he's running back.
And then he's going to be picking here at 4 anyways, so you're going to have at least your number 2 receiver on your list. You're going to get the pick at this point, so yeah, why mess around?
I'd go receiver.
Yeah, I don't like his receivers outside of Devonta Smith for the future either. I mean, I like Rashad Bateman a good bit.
But what I'm saying is picking again at 4, you're going to get basically your pick of the litter still. And this way you avoid someone getting that top tier running back, which at this point looks like it's only 2 guys in that tier right now.
Yeah, I mean, he picks again when?
Hey, I'm picking it too, not you guys. I picked Ken Walker.
All right, Ken Walker off the board. We're at number 3, and that's Rick.
Well, it's Max now. Yeah,
Max. That's Rick's pick, but Max has it. Got it. That's what I was getting. Number 3, who wants to take Max's pick? Both running backs.
I'll take it, and I will draft him, Drake London.
Drake London for the Atlanta Falcons.
Yeah, I'm curious to see how the Twin Towers are going to do down there. There's going to be 2 giant-ass targets in the end zone. And it's going to be a matter if they can get him the ball. And if anyone's going to be afraid of their run game. But yeah, I think he's good, man.
On a lot and have to pass.
That dude just takes the ball out of the air. Like, it doesn't even look like other people have a chance when he goes up. Yeah, he's fun to watch, actually.
Why can't he be Mike Evans?
I mean, yeah, you're not wrong. He very easily could be, realistically. He's to say, yeah, I can see that.
I can't imagine he's as fast as Mike Evans, but still, he seems like he's the same build.
Yeah, it's hard to say anyone is going to be Mike Evans because Mike Evans has done things that literally no one else has done in the NFL. So, but yeah, he's going to be that type of player.
Well, we're on to number 4, which was previously Malcolm's pick, but now is Bill's next pick in the first top 4. He's already drafted Ken Walker, handcuffed for Rashad Penny, already on his roster. Does he go wide receiver here? And that is Malcolm's pick.
Well, I guess because Malcolm just picked, so Nate.
I'll go for it. Personally, if it was me, I would take Jameson Williams and just eat the time that he's going to be sitting out.
That's what I was going to do.
Yep.
If I was picking 4.
So Jameson Williams going number 4 to Bill?
Yeah, he's the best talent, I think, at wide receiver in the draft, and he's just got to get healed. You're going to miss 6 games, 7 games, whatever it is. And then after that, obviously, London is talent-wise the best, but The other two,
Just gotta hope that knee isn't broke forever.
exactly. The other two, Burks and Wilson. I mean, the Jets with their quarterback situation, I guess, is a little bit better than um, New Orleans and
My,
Jameis,
my thought on a
right?
lot of these guys, other than I think Zach Wilson's gonna stick there for a while. The other guys, who knows who's gonna be their quarterback 3 years from now? Could be
Yeah,
anybody.
I agree.
Could be anyone. So it's hard for me, like at least in this type of draft, to even consider the quarterback for those guys. Because like, I mean, if Jameis works out, I'm fine with Jameis, but I just can't. I don't know. And same with Burks. Like, I don't know how long Tannehill's going to be there.
How was St. Brown for you last year?
St. Brown?
Yeah.
I mean, he was fine for the last 6 games. Why?
Who was his quarterback?
Jared Goff, but I think.
Exactly. Who cares who the quarterback is?
But
man?
you gotta like that's also a that's I mean. I think he's good as hell, but like there was nobody else on the field to throw to. They had no one else to throw the ball to. There was no receivers. There's no Hawkinson. There's no Swift. Like he was the only guy on that offense for 6 weeks for the most part. So
That's what I was trying to get at. So if I don't pick Jameson Williams there, then I would have taken Olave just because I know Jameis is going to throw the ball a lot.
yeah, no, I agree. I think Olave's a stud, man. That like when you watch, like watching tape from him, like he's just always open. It's kind of like Devonta Smith was, where you're just like, no, it's not that those guys suck. They just can't cover him. It's Garrett Wilson's the same way. Watching him, I'm just like, people can't cover him.
But Garrett Wilson's better. Like,
Yeah,
or better.
I agree, but I think people are more afraid of Zach Wilson because they think he's going to be there for a while. And it's a Jet. It's always terrifying to draft a Jet. Like,
Yeah.
so I think that's a lot of it. But yeah, no, I'm with you. I think I'd rather have Garrett Wilson. Like if I was an NFL person drafting, I'd rather have Garrett Wilson than Chris Olave. Yeah, for sure. But in this situation, yeah, for whatever reason, people just have more faith in the Saints than they do in the Jets, and I think that's where that decision gets made.
That's fair too. I think that's very fair. So let's go to number 5, which is back on me again, which is my actual pick. I sounds like you guys would all take Chris Olave here, right?
Yeah.
I'm kind of fine with any of these receivers right here.
Yeah.
Is there anybody that picks Traylon Burks or Garrett Wilson instead?
I
I
would
take him.
highly consider Traylon Burks. It sounds like you guys do not like him as much as I do. I don't know. He's just one of those people. He's another one of those. When you watch him play, he just looks like he's trying to prove something to everybody, and I like how physical that guy plays. But once again, I don't know how I feel about him being in Tennessee, so I think that sucks.
Yeah, and this report about him being unavailable is kind of scaring me.
Yeah.
He's got asthma issues. He's not conditioned. I don't know.
Yeah, the conditioning thing. Yeah, whatever. You may be. You're either gonna fix that or you're not. Like
Exactly.
So I would have leaned on the side of yeah, you will fix it. But yeah, I just think talent wise, yeah, I would consider him. But no, I'm probably still gonna go Olave at 5.
Okay. Would I surprise all of you guys if this was my pick today? I'll even add that little cherry on top as well. And I'm taking this seriously right now.
Yeah.
I'm going Christian Watson, number 5.
Interesting. Does that have anything to do with the fact that Aaron Rodgers is on your team? So you are going to take Christian Watson at 5 in our draft, is what you're telling me?
I mean, at this
Because he's
point
gonna be
today,
there. He's gonna be there at 5.
Yeah, he will
And if
be
I
there,
haven't changed
for
my
sure.
mind, then yes, I'm taking him at 5. Correct.
Okay,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna take Chris Olave at 6. That decision's already been made.
I figured that was going to be what's happening next. That's why I was kind of seeing what that looked like. But that is on you. You're picking next, so you're picking Chris Olave?
Yeah, that's what I would do there if that's the way things fall to me. Yeah.
Well, that makes that easy. Who's number 7?
Wait, so Garrett Wilson still has not been picked?
Correct.
And Traylon Burks.
Yeah.
What are we doing? Okay. I think I'm 7.
Because I
seven?
still don't trust Zach Wilson, although I do have a little bit more respect for him, which I shouldn't, but I do.
I have a ton more respect for Zach Wilson. What are we talking about right now?
Yeah, I have a lot more for Zach Wilson as well.
That motherfucker is awesome.
So, Malcolm, it's new league, new Rick at number 7. So you got Garrett Wilson, you got Traylon Burks, you got James Cook. Who you going?
I'm picking Garrett Wilson. I feel like it's a steal at 7.
It
I'd
is.
be very happy if I was picking him at 7.
Yep. So, And then I feel like you're going to get a steal in those couple picks if you have someone like Christian Watson goes up that early. You're gonna, it's just gonna feel like that for the next 3 or 4 picks probably.
Number 8, is that Nate? Nate at 8?
Yep. You definitely take Traylon Burks at that point.
Yeah.
Traylon Perks to Eric. All right, number 9's back on me. That's Big Dreidel.
Which is actually going to be Tom now. Who?
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, you're right. That's Tom. I didn't need the fine print there.
Yeah.
Number 9 for him. I think this is an easy pick for Max. I go James Cook.
Not for Tom. Not for Tom, though.
That's right. We were just talking about that. Maybe I should, pay attention.
Tom's loaded at running back, so I'm assuming he's going to take a receiver.
I think he has to go wide receiver if it's Tom, so I'm going to go Sky Moore, Kansas City.
Makes sense. And then, as you just put it before, if I'm Max at 10, I'm going to take James Cook.
Perfect. And then we're back on number 11, and who gets to be me? Is that Malcolm?
Does Max still have like all of the running backs in the Buffalo lineup? Okay.
He does. And all of Dallas.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. All right. So that Cook pick is perfect for him. Okay.
Yeah, it would be perfect for him, which I think has been part of the plan for him all along. So, just to be a douche, I should totally take James Cook at 6.
Yeah, I'm not confident James Cook makes it number 10.
Yeah, you're right. He might not.
I mean, I know that if all of us were drafting, obviously I think we would. He would make it to 10 easily, I think, because I think a lot of us would take more wide receivers.
Yeah.
But I'm not confident this league would. Not when the first 2 receivers are going to be gone in the first 4 picks.
Well, that, and we also keep forgetting, we're sitting here just naming off rookies when you've got a handful of free agents that might pique people's interest. One specifically. Huh?
Like, I see my team very different than you guys see your team.
Correct.
Chris White sees his team.
Yeah.
And what he needs a lot, you know what I mean? So, this is going to be way off. If you look at our, past months.
Oh, yeah, the one we did last year is nowhere close.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
So.
All right. Malcolm, pick for me.
Oh, shit. For you.
Best available, according to here, George Pickens, Damon Pierce, Jahan Dotson, Isaiah Spiller, Rashad White, Tyler Algier, John Miller.
Give you, just on upside, I'd say Pickens.
I like Pickens.
Even though he was hurt last year, that guy's a monster. And if he's healthy, he can be a steal. And the Steelers know how to draft receivers, so
he's one of those that scares the shit out of me because of the injuries and some of the other shit he's had has be his issues. But yeah, man, if he just plays for 6 years, 7 years, he's gonna be really good.
Like I said, the Steelers know how to draft receivers.
I mean, they at least know talent, so I'm confident that he is that talented. It's just a matter of will he be on the field. But that's why he's getting picked down here and not in the top couple, because he's just as good as the rest of them.
When you're drafting down here, you kind of
that's where you're shooting for. That's what you want. Like Cortland Sutton for me at 12 3 years ago. Now is finally looking like it's probably going to pay off, assuming he stays healthy. It's just that back here you just kind of have to be patient. Or draft Darius Geis and never actually have any use out of him.
That's so unfortunate.
Hollywood Brown at 12 or 11 or where?
Yeah, you did get Brown.
Is the pick George Pickens?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going with Pickens.
So Nate, number 12.
Which is actually going to be
Robert Fife.
Yeah.
So what's his needs?
I mean, he has Saquon Barkley, Nick Chubb, and Derrick Henry, so I'm gonna assume he's gonna take a receiver. But he's got a couple good receivers. Doesn't he have Mike Evans and somebody else too? So
Stephon Diggs.
Yeah, and Stephon Diggs. So yeah, he's gonna pick.
I don't know if he has Evans, but he definitely has Diggs.
I mean, are his tight ends bad enough to where he would draft McBride at 12?
I don't think so.
That's a good question.
But that is a good question.
Right now.
He has Jamar Chase, Stephon Diggs,
Oh, yeah.
Amari Cooper.
He's got. I totally forgot about Jamar Chase.
What?
Tim Patrick. He's got Joe Burrow at quarterback. Logan Thomas, best tight end.
He'll take a receiver.
So, yes, he needs a tight end very desperately.
Yeah, but he can get one in the second round. So.
Agreed.
Or third.
He doesn't have a lot of depth at wide receiver either. Wide receiver's really weak at depth.
Yeah, that's why I'm assuming he'll probably go receiver.
So the weird thing is, like, he went up from 5 to go to 12.
Yeah, he's got someone in mind.
He's looking to target somebody. Yeah. It's probably, actually, you know who it is?
Oh, you know? Is it Jahan Dotson?
I'm gonna guess.
Is it Jahan Dotson?
No, that's the next. Damian Pierce. I bet you.
The Florida guy,
Yeah, that's true. He is a Florida guy. So is Bill, though.
Yeah.
Well, sounds like Nate's picking Damian Pierce.
Yep, let's do that.
That's a guess.
Makes that easy.
Yeah.
That's the guess.
The number 1 pick in the draft is Julius. And what does Julius need? He went Breece Hall number 1.
Oh, we're gonna go through this whole thing?
No,
Maybe let's go to the second round. I figured.
Okay.
Second round's loaded still.
Loaded. Strong interpretation.
Yeah, I agree. It's strong. It's strong.
It's loaded. Just absolutely loaded. Yeah, I mean, he needs running back bad. He's got J.K. Dobbins on his bench and James Robinson on his bench. Never mind. Okay, he's got Mike Evans, by the way. Wide receiver badly. Okay, so wide receiver badly for Julius. That is going to bring me to Jahan Dotson. Let's plug it in.
For Julius?
Yep. So we're back on Bill at number 2.
Oh, then that's me. That is correct. Yeah, I'm going to assume if I'm Bill, I'm probably... Because I just got Kent Walker. And who was the other person we picked it for him?
With 4, he went Ken Walker and Jamison Williams, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, yeah.
So, if I'm Bill...
Loaded draft for Bill, by the way, if this is how it plays out. Got to get another really good player here.
I mean, because right now it seems like he's kind of going to play the wait-and-see game. I mean, I know he watches a lot of SEC football, being a Florida guy. I probably would say Isaiah Spiller and really beef up his running backs, or hopefully, because, I mean, how much longer does Eckler have, and he's always hurt. He's going to miss some games. I just think Isaiah Spiller's really good. He's a really good pass catcher, too. He's just slow, apparently. Apparently he's slow. But, man, I remember watching him a lot of times last year just being like, yeah, I would like to have that guy on my team.
He doesn't play...
Right now, it's not slow when you watch him play.
No, not at all. That's what I mean. So that's why that shit doesn't faze me, I guess. So like when they're like, oh, he ran 4.6, I'm like, yeah, but in pads, he might run faster. When there's people chasing you, you run faster sometimes.
He's shifty. He's got ability for sure.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, I'm gonna say he's gonna go there, and then that gives him A.J. Dillon, Ken Walker, Rashad Penny, Michael Carter, and Isaiah Spiller. It's a nice future, or it feels like a nice future, anyways.
Yeah. Perfect. Rick at number 3. That's Malcolm.
Oh shit! It's back to me. All right.
And just to point out, we've got some players showing up on the sleeper list that are not rookies. Irv Smith, Albert O. I'm not going to try to say his last name. And I just saw another one that just showed up that I was surprised by. Marlon Mack, that's what it was.
So, okay, cool. So wait, has Dotson been taken yet?
Yeah, I took Dotson for Julius.
Yeah.
No, Ricky's not going to go tight end.
No, 203 is my dad.
That's Rick.
Yeah.
Oh, my bad. Okay. He could go McBride. I don't really see why he wouldn't need a tight end.
He's got Darren Waller.
Yeah.
So it's not like he needs one right now.
If I was your dad, honestly, I would take Algier, the running back for the Falcons.
Yeah, because he's going to probably be pretty consistent for him. Because his team's more of a, he if all his guys are as good as we think they are, he's gonna have a pretty good team. But we say that every year, so.
Yeah, I like that pick a lot.
Yeah, so yeah, I think that's probably his smartest bet, or would be a good bet, I guess.
So that's who I'll have him draft.
So Tyler Algier goes at 203. All right, Nate, you have to pick for me. Don't screw it up.
Is it you or Malcolm?
No, I don't draft till 10.
Now, my pick is 204, but you're picking for me right now. So I got Chris Olave at 106. Now what am I going to do?
Let me go see what you got.
You pick it 209.
I also pick it 209 as well. You're right.
I would go Algier.
He just got picked by Malcolm.
Malcolm.
Sorry, man.
So you've got Rashad White, John Mechie, Trey McBride, David Bell, Alec Pierce, Samir White. That crew is the next people they have ranked here.
I guess
out of rookies.
Rashad White.
Yeah, I mean if that's where things are sitting for me. Yeah, I am gonna highly consider that pick. Yeah, I think he's once again. I don't think
you just wait because I think Fournette's he's gonna be playing the whole time.
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna get a lot. He'll probably get some third down work this year. I don't think he's gonna be a big factor. He might do some stuff later on in the year, but I don't expect him to be He's gonna have to catch touchdowns. That dude ain't gonna run for touchdowns. He's little.
Yeah, and he's got to fight with who? Gio and.
Gio makes the team.
That's true. Who's the other one though? Gio and somebody else.
Keyshawn Vaughn, who they drafted last year.
Yeah, there you go. So, yeah, Gio's got to make the team. I don't know.
But I don't have a lot of running back depth, so I'm willing to take a shot on someone that I actually think is good. So yeah, I mean, I would definitely do that.
All right, we're at 8 at number 5. That's me picking for you. I think you need another quarterback, man. I think I'm gonna go Kenny Pickett. I'm just playing. You got Deshaun Watson. I don't like your depth, man. I think you need depth at both wide receiver and running back. So.
Lucas, you sound like you're underwater right now.
Yeah.
Do I really?
Yeah.
Better?
Somewhat, yeah. You can continue.
All right, I muted and unmuted. Hopefully it's a little better. For Nate, I mean, I feel like you need a running back, but I feel like you're not gonna sell out for a running back. I'm gonna go John Mechie.
Roll Tide, roll.
Roll Tide.
Yeah.
Houston.
Yeah, I'll take a Mechie.
Number 6, and that's Malcolm has 8 again.
Yeah, no, I'm picking now, but
No, Chris, yeah.
My bad, Chris.
who are your tight ends, Nate?
Hunter Henry, Dallas Goedert, and someone else.
I think since you don't know who they are, they can't be that great. So I'm gonna go ahead and take Trey McBride for you now, sir.
I've got Dallas Goedert. What do you mean?
Yeah. I don't.
He's got Dallas Goedert, Hunter Henry, and Gerald Everett.
No, that's enough of okay, people. I think Trey McBride's gonna be really good in Arizona, personally. Tight end's just such a difficult position to try. What?
He's the backup tight end.
For what, this year?
I mean,
That's right. I keep I'm thinking. I'm thinking like 3 years down the road on everybody. I'm not thinking about what they're going to do now. So I guess that's part of the problem.
I understand how Dynasty works, man.
Yeah, I know, but just the way my mind is valuing people right now is going to be different than the way you guys are because of our situations.
True.
But if with all those three, you're going to take Trey McBride because I already said it, and this isn't real. So
it is done. He will now take Trey McBride. So new league, new Rick. Back to Malcolm.
I'm drafted for Ricky a lot. Hold on.
Yeah, he drafted for Rick and Ricky both. So.
Ricky's so weird.
I already forgot who Ricky took at number 7 already, but I believe it was a wide receiver.
Yeah, it would have been Garrett Wilson.
Yep.
Yeah, Wilson at 7. Not bad.
I'm Ricky. Alright. I'm taking Pierce, the receiver, second round draft pick out of for the Colts.
Cincinnati. All
But
right.
yeah, I'm taking him for Ricky.
No, I got you.
Get on the field. Be the number 2 to start off with in that, for the Colts.
Oh, I think that's a great pick. I was going to pick him at 11 for sure if he was still there. So.
Yeah, no, Alec Pierce I think is gonna be pretty good for them.
All right, number 8, and that is Eric again, and that's Nate.
I would go with Jalen Tolbert.
Who?
Jalen Tolbert.
Jalen Tolbert.
Wide receiver for the Cowboys.
I don't know who Jalen Tolbert is. We're on Big Dreidel, and that is Chris's pick, and that's me. Man,
Do it.
I'm gonna take who I would take here for you. I'm not gonna focus on what you need or anything else. I think it's surprising this person's still here a little bit.
Go ahead.
A little bit surprising.
Take it. It's who I'm probably gonna take if they're there.
I'm taking Wan'Dale Robinson, wide receiver for the Giants.
Not who I would have taken there, but yeah. I get it, man.
Just upside. I mean, you're picking at 210 or 209 here. I think that's a perfect upside pick. Just go for it.
Well, that and to me, that's their replacement to Kadarius Toney because they want to try to get rid of him. So
exactly, you take him at 209.
And then I'm replacing the person I already traded away to Nate. It sounds perfect.
No, I'm taking him at 2.4, or 2.5 and 2.6. Don't worry about
it. So 210 to Chris. You're picking for Malcolm.
Oh, well, I'm Malcolm. I know Malcolm always needs receivers, so we're gonna take David Bell.
It's a good one. I like it because I don't think Malcolm gets better from it.
No, not this year. Maybe down the road, but definitely not this year.
I kind of like my receivers now.
Yeah, you do have two. You have two nice receivers, and then I have no idea what to make out of Michael Thomas, but that's discussion for later. We're drafting.
Malcolm, you got Noel Overlord again, which of course is me as potent.
Oh yeah.
Who'd you pick for me at 11 before? I already forgot.
Pickens.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I got George. So I have George Pickens and Christian Watson in my first round. This is my only second round pick.
Yeah. And you're not gonna like what I'm about to give you. I'm giving you Brian Robinson, the running back out of Alabama, who's on the Washington football team.
Yeah,
I love that. I love that pick. I needed a running back, so whatever running back name you said, just taking a flyer on it, I'm all for it. So.
Well, being the owner of Antonio Gibson, he might not make it to 211, sir.
That makes sense. All right, that is Tom with the number 12 pick. Nate, you get to pick for Tom. Wrap this thing up.
Well, Malcolm definitely just sniped my pick, but instead of going Zamir White with the injury issues, I'm going to go Keontae Ingram, who's probably going to be the backup to James Conner, who's also injury prone as well. So could have some playing time there.
Did you forget about Darrell Williams signing with Arizona?
Nope, not at all.
Not concerned about Darrell Williams. All right, well, that wraps things up. We finished a 2-round mock draft. That was awesome. Let's jump right into fourth down.
Fourth down.
So this is just to wrap this thing up. We've already gone almost an hour, I think, at this point. But I want to do some league superlatives for whoever wants to nominate these people for these superlatives that I'm about to give you guys. For starters, the gambler. Who's the gambler of the Dynasty Football League?
Gotta feel like me right now.
I'm gonna say Max.
Yeah, Max is definitely the gambler. If we're looking at all 6 years, it's Max without a question.
Looking at like Jack 8 off suit.
Yeah.
Let's go.
That's a perfect way. I honestly thought of Max when I thought of that superlative, so I thought that was the
Yeah,
easiest
that's
one.
too perfect. Yeah.
Who's, who's the most improved GM from like the start of the dynasty to now?
Improved?
Yeah. Who was like somebody that was like not good at managing their team, is really good at managing their team now, and a team that's consistent.
I really like Fife's team.
Yeah,
I
I'd
think
say,
his team's pretty good.
and Fife's been here long enough where we've been able to see him go from one end to the other, kind of.
I think so too.
Tom's the only other one I would consider, but like he just hasn't been here as long as Fife. So his was we couldn't tell if Tom wasn't any good because his team was shit when he got here. So
Yeah.
so now it looks
Fife
like he wasn't. So
Fife made the playoffs in the first year, but was had an early exit. I don't think he's made the playoffs since.
yeah.
Yeah, well, see, I'm in other leagues with Tom, so like him being able to take the shitty team and turn it into something, or a championship team, it's not too surprising to me because I know how active he is.
Well, that's what I'm
how-
saying. That's the only reason why I didn't want to necessarily say he's most
Right.
improved because we couldn't tell if he has improved or if he just was good. His team was just bad, which it looks like
Yeah.
that was the case. He just had a shit team.
Yeah, I don't think he was a horrible manager.
No,
I
no.
think
Yeah,
he
that's
just
what
had
I'm
a
saying.
horrible team.
His team
don't think
has
it-
become the most improved, if that's the superlative we're going to give.
Even in like his 5-8 season, like 2 seasons ago, we were still like complimenting him on like his
Yeah.
team management,
Yeah,
clearly being active.
yeah.
Yeah.
But his,
I don't think he qualifies in the slightest bit.
no, his team has improved the most, though, is what I'm getting at.
Yeah, I think Eric saw success last year, but I don't think I've really seen Eric like improve into like an elite owner or anything
No.
like that from what I've seen. I haven't seen it. I've seen him be more active. I think that helps regardless, just being active in general.
Yeah.
Ricky, I think has improved a lot as well.
Ricky has too.
So I thought Ricky and Fife were my two options when I was thinking
Yeah.
about it. I thought those 3 were the ones I would consider.
Yeah, I'll agree with that.
Perfect. What's number 3 we're on here? Best team manager overall. Who's the best team manager in this league? Is it Tom, Nate?
I don't know. I would say it's either Crack or Tom. I think those would be my 2 top runners right now.
I think that's
I'll
fair.
put him with Chip, so I kind of have to side with him right now.
I don't know if he's necessarily the best team manager. I feel like he got lucky and there was no injuries whatsoever last year. Like, how do you get a season where there's no injuries whatsoever? Like, I feel like in all the leagues I run every year, I rarely ever see that.
If you look
But,
at his team,
hey-
though, he really built it, though.
No,
Yeah.
no,
He 100% built that team from nothing. Yeah.
yeah. He should be considered in the top 2 or 3 at the very least. I just don't know if he's number 1 if I'm not considering you or Chris. So that's what I'm considering. Of the 3, it'd be you 3.
I feel
Why not
like,
yourself, Lucas?
I feel like that's
I mean,
the 3.
I feel like I'm
Like,
just outside maybe 4 or 5, but at the same, I feel like I'm definitely. There's no question I'm not in the top 5, but I don't think I'm in the top 3.
I obviously have a biased opinion, but 6 playoffs, 2 titles, 3 straight finals, 5 top 3s. That's going to be my argument, and I can leave it at that.
But not
I mean,
most wins.
No,
got
probably not most wins, though. I bet you I'm at least second, though. I'm
got
by
6
far
wins.
most playoff wins. Although, Malcolm, you probably are close to me on playoff wins now.
He's got one.
But yeah, I just have been in more because definitely more playoff wins.
Do you now know that it's me and Nate that have the second most playoff appearances over Malcolm?
Yeah, because this is the first year Nate hasn't been in it, right?
No, I think I was in it. Or no, I didn't.
No, this year
You
they
were
weren't.
definitely not in the playoffs last year.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, they. I got kicked out week 13
Yeah,
or
that
whatever it was.
That was Nate's first playoff, season with a non-playoff appearance.
Yeah,
He's been in every playoff since the beginning. It was just you 2 last year that had that.
yeah, and you were in the finals that first year.
Yeah, Nate lost in the finals the first year to Rick. Yeah, so that makes sense. Okay, yeah. And Malcolm's lost was only his second season last season not making the playoffs. The last time he didn't make the playoffs was season 1, which is the last time I have not made the playoffs.
And then I made a lot of deep playoff runs. and
Mm-hmm.
won a couple championships.
Yeah, you're the same with me because you went to 3 straight finals too, didn't you?
Yeah, I went to 3 straight finals, and then I lost to you in the conference finals or whatever.
Yeah, that's right.
With Derrick Henry
The
won.
Derrick Henry show. That's the day. Yeah.
Yeah. It's not fun watching football with you that day.
That's right. That was the day we were up at the bar too.
Yeah.
And I picked up the Falcons defense for whatever reason. They scored like 24 points that day. Yeah, dude, I demolished you by like almost 100 points, I think.
Like Dalvin Cook, I remember that day. Dalvin Cook had like a 70-yard run. I'm like, oh man, we're in there. And then it's just Derrick Henry going nuts and the Falcons scoring touchdowns.
Yeah.
Was not ideal.
The glory days. Now I'm in shambles.
Well, best drafter. Just overall, all 6 seasons, best drafter.
I mean, this is going to be hard for all of us because we're all going to say ourselves. Let's be honest.
Yeah, exactly.
I was not going to say myself.
I will 100% say myself.
It's Chris, Rick, and Malcolm.
If
Those
you
are my 3.
if you remove my dad's first round picks, then sure. But like his first round picks have been terrible. Other than last year. Last year was good.
So.
It was the Royce Freeman, the Devin Singletary, like those Evan Ingram. None of those worked.
Terry McLaurin paid off great.
That's a third round pick. Darryl, that's what I mean. All his great picks are second and third rounders. He's awesome at depth in the draft. He just for whatever reason misses on the first pick every time.
Yeah, I'm sold. I think it's probably you. Overall.
I like how I just kicked dirt all over my dad just to be like, no, I'm better.
Isn't that the nature of sons? They have to prove they're better than their dads. Do it loudly.
I guess.
So, I'm actually going to throw in Nate in consideration just for one single pick, picking Elijah Mitchell and making the whole league go, what the F? And then out of nowhere, Elijah Mitchell becoming like a fantasy stud overnight. So, I think that gives Nate some credibility in this conversation.
We'll see.
Yeah, it was like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Thank you, Malcolm.
But you guys both know that Nate thinks very strongly on Elijah Mitchell right now, and he's holding back because he wants to talk about it. But yeah.
Yeah.
I already did my Elijah Mitchell cough thing earlier, so it's...
Yeah, he did that last year. He don't need to do it again. I'm just saying,
right,
why draft another running back? Why?
The one that says highest ceiling. Highest ceiling is for like the players on the team for having like a high ceiling every week. I thought that was pretty easy. That's probably Tom.
Yeah. Although now, the way the teams are now, probably Fife. Because if you have Saquon, Chubb, and Derrick Henry, and Jamar Chase, and Joe Burrow all go off, yeah, that might be the highest. That might be the highest ceiling.
Yeah, not until we see it though. I just haven't seen it yet, so.
But I mean, if we're just predicting ceiling, you kind of have to assume they're all healthy.
No, this is superlatives from like the overall for the last 6 seasons. I'd say that he had the consistently like every season. Obviously, that's not true because he only had really one phenomenal season and a really good season before it. Yeah. So I don't know if that necessarily would be Tom, but just in recent memory, it makes it Tom. It feels like.
Here, I can look up real quick our old stats.
Well, while we're waiting on that, best depth is my last one. So best depth right now.
Hi, Tom.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
No,
I think
it's Tom. I like my starting lineup. I'm pretty confident about this year. Excited for the season to start.
So if we're just looking at highest total, sorry, I'm back to our thing before. Our highest total scores, like for any single week. I don't know if that's really gonna tell you, but like, so Tom has the second and the fourth highest score. Malcolm's got a bunch in the top 25 too, though. It's me, Malcolm, and Tom probably all have the highest scores. And then Colton had a couple really high scoring weeks too. So yeah,
I haven't looked at it, but there was a time when I had like.
So I have the highest at 224.78. Then Tom with 215.08. Then you with 202.64. Then Tom again with 202.5. And then me with 197 is the top 5.
I feel
So
like Malcolm used to be feared like Tom, like 2 years ago.
yeah, when Christian McCaffrey was healthy, and Dalvin
Yeah.
Cook was healthy, and Ezekiel Elliott was healthy, and Lamar Jackson was an MVP, yeah, he was
He was
terrifying.
destroying
Absolutely
people.
terrifying. And it happened like Brandon Cooks and Robbie Anderson were having good years. Yeah, it was not fun. And Travis Kelce. Let's not forget about Travis Kelce.
I don't think I'm that far off on that team.
No, you're not. You very easily could have a team like that. That's the thing. That's why your team still seems like it could be a lot. But yeah, then Colton even has 2 of the top 10 scores in our league.
Are we sure it was Colt but not Matt?
It says Colt 45 revolvers.
Man,
So
that's
yeah,
shocking.
it
Matt
was
would've had
20.
that.
They were both in 2020. He had a 196 and a 191.
That's wild.
They were in weeks 3 and week 16.
Guarantee
So
it was the week he played me.
He took Matt's team and turned
You
it
have
into.
you have Matt's Lights Camara Action had a 175 in 2018.
Yeah, I think Matt gave Colton that team in 2020. I think.
Yeah, and that was a good team too when he got it.
Yeah, I think 2019 was when Matt stopped playing.
Yeah, 2019 Colton had a 185, so it was his team in 2019.
All right.
But yeah, I mean, we've only had 4 teams score over 200 ever. 2 of them were Tom. So
Tom did it both in the last year?
Yeah, they were both last season.
Jesus Christ.
But then I had the 224 and the 197 in the previous season. But the 200s seems awesome, but the 224 though, I like that. Feels good.
Yeah, I bet.
Pretty sure you scored that against me.
Yeah, it was. And I think one of yours where you scored like 190 that week too. You just happened to be playing me.
Yeah.
Because I think it's you and Lucas have the highest total like game ever, and then you and me I think have the second. But yeah.
Well, that's about all I got, guys. Anybody
Yeah.
else have anything else?
Yeah, I do. So I don't know. I want to talk a little bit about this new sleeper app. So I don't know if you guys have played around with it at all, but if you go to the far left of this app where your teams are, and you scroll down to the channel section, and you click on that fantasy football channel, there are tons of leagues with best ball drafts going on right now, and it's really good practice for anybody drafting. Season-long leagues. Even you can draft dynasty leagues, auction leagues, all kinds of stuff. So I mean, there's tons of stuff in there to either mock draft with or actually join a real fantasy league. And they use this thing called League Safe, and it takes a small percentage, like 33 cents, out of your buy-in. I usually do like $5 best ball buy-ins, and you can do best ball buy-ins, and yeah, I think I've got 8 going right now, and then a guillotine draft as well. So I mean, it's a lot of fun. This app offers a lot of really cool features. So I want you guys to check it out.
Yeah, I really like this. This app in general is way better than the previous app that we had for the other league. And most of the time when I'm doing stuff in this, it's always gonna be on my phone. Like I'll get on my computer when I really want to like dive into it, but so I just spend way more time on my phone. But yeah, man, it's just you can kind of do everything from it where you were very limited before. So yeah,
Yep,
I'm very much enjoying this. A lot more information that's easier to access. They made it difficult to get to news and information in the other one. This, it's like boom, 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 and you're there.
Yeah, it's so mobile friendly.
Yeah.
It's game changing in that regard that you can't even compare it. So.
Would you guys say that it's better than ESPN or Yahoo?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, it's just
Okay.
way more. It's way more user friendly than all of those.
Yeah, I agree.
You can tell that's the sole purpose of this entire company is to make fantasy apps for these kind of games, you know.
I know one person. I think it's Ricky. He likes ESPN way better, but I don't know why.
ESPN is a lot of just the comfort of it, you know.
Yeah, he's got to get used to this.
Half of what this allows you to do, then maybe
Yeah.
it just doesn't. You can't do any of these things that ESPN allows you to do.
Well, a lot of the new stuff is hidden beside insider shit. And like, oh, you gotta pay for this. I'm like, don't really feel like that most of the time.
Right.
Yeah.
Where this, it's just there, at least so far. It'll be nice to have it. Well, I mean, we've had records before, but now we have a lot easier access to records.
Can we transfer that stuff over somehow?
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll get it in there. We'll get the main things transferred over.
Yeah, I have a lot of the stuff. Like, I just kind of saved a lot of it onto my computer, so we have it in case we. But the other thing, I think it's saved onto that website forever, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah, it is. We'll always be able to look back at it, but
yeah,
we can manually type it into the Sleeper app.
Yeah, eventually we need to do that then. I'm excited to have the early draft, earlier than usual. I've been ready to do it for like a month, so.
If I had picks, I'd be excited.
That was me last year. I didn't have any picks. I was like, I don't give a shit about this draft. I don't pick till the third round. And then it turned into Kadarius Toney and Amon-Ra St. Brown, and it's like, nice. Actually, kind of like that draft last year.
All right, so August 5th?
Yeah, right? Did we lose Lucas?
4 days, 23 hours. Actually, it's 22 hours now. Sorry, guys.
Oh, man. How dare you?
Yeah, I've already messed up the podcast.
We're going to have to start over.
Well, perfect. I think we can go ahead and wrap up this edition of Dynasty Talk Podcast. I know this is another long one. We'll reconvene, I guess, post-draft?
Yeah, we'll try to get back together after the draft so we actually have something relevant to talk about.
Yeah.
Other than speculation.
Maybe we can hop on after the draft. I mean, it probably won't even be that late. It's going to be on a Friday anyway. So Friday, August 5th, 8:30 is the draft. We'll be done by like 9:15. 5 rounds takes no time.
Yeah, I don't care to jump on and talk for like 20, 30 minutes. Immediate reactions.
Why not?
Yeah, we can do that. Those CBS guys do it. We can do it too.
Yeah, I mean, if Tony fucking Romo can do it, I can do it. Sorry, bad blood, man. OVC rivalries, you guys don't understand.
Awesome. Well, it's been our edition of Dynasty Talk Podcast. Season 7 begins after the draft on August 5th at 8:30 p.m. I'm Lucas, Potent. Malcolm is Fly Society. Nate over there is Trumpelo Bills. And you got Let the Rookie Win and Chris. And we'll see you guys next time.
All right, take care, guys.
Peace.
Bye.